Whatever you do, if a child knocks on your door in the middle of the night and asks to use your phone, do not look them in the eyes. It starts with a feeling, a sudden crushing sense of dread that washes over you before you even see them. You're sitting in your living room, the house is quiet, and then comes the knock. It's rhythmic, persistent, and entirely too heavy for a child. You look through the peephole and see two kids, maybe 10 or 12 years old, wearing oversized hoodies that hide their faces. But something is wrong. Your primal instincts are screaming at you to run, even though they look like just children. This is the legend of the black-eyed kids, or BEKs, and they are not what they seem. The stories began in 1996 when journalist Brian Bethel reported a chilling encounter in Abilene, Texas. He was sitting in his car when two boys approached him. They didn't look like monsters, they looked like normal kids until they spoke. Their voices were flat, monotone, and carried a weirdly hypnotic quality. They asked for a ride home, claiming they'd forgotten their movie money. But as Brian reached for the door lock, he saw them. Their eyes weren't just dark, they were solid black. No iris, no white, just two bottomless voids of ink staring back at him. Since then, thousands of people across the globe have reported similar encounters. They always show up at night. They always ask for permission to enter your home or your vehicle. They use phrases like, "Let us in, we won't hurt you," or "We need to use your phone, our parents are worried." But the moment you notice their eyes, the air in the room seems to turn to ice. Why do they need permission? Some say they're demons who can't cross a threshold without an invitation. Others believe they're extraterrestrial scouts or interdimensional beings testing our defenses. What's truly terrifying isn't just their appearance, but the aftermath. People who have supposedly let them in report a sudden onset of extreme bad luck, unexplained illnesses, and even terminal diseases that appear out of nowhere. It's as if their very presence is a parasite that drains the life force out of everything they touch. Imagine standing at your front door, the wood separating you from something that isn't human. You feel an overwhelming urge to obey them, to turn the deadbolt and welcome the darkness inside. Their voices get more demanding, more aggressive. "Let us in. We can't come in unless you tell us it's okay." They don't blink. They don't move. They just stand there in the pale moonlight, waiting for you to make the biggest mistake of your life. If you ever find yourself in this situation, do not engage. Do not try to help them. Do not look into those obsidian pits they call eyes. Just back away, lock every entrance, and pray that they grow bored and move on to the next house. Because once you say the words, "come in," you aren't just letting in a child, you're letting in something that has been hunting humanity since the dawn of time. These entities thrive on your fear, and the moment you acknowledge them, you've already lost half the battle. There are accounts of people seeing them in the woods, on deserted highways, or even standing at the foot of their beds in the middle of the night. Every story ends with the same warning: ignore the knocking. No matter how much they plead, no matter how cold it is outside, keep that door shut. Your life literally depends on your ability to say no to the most innocent-looking monsters in existence. Think about the physical symptoms people report: dizziness, nausea, and a profound sense of wrongness that lingers for days after the encounter. Scientists call it the uncanny valley, but this goes deeper than just a psychological reaction. It is a biological warning from your ancestors telling you that a predator is at the door. Some researchers of the paranormal suggest that the black eyes are actually a form of camouflage that fails upon close inspection. They aren't eyes at all, but sensory organs designed to mimic us. If you ever see them, remember that they cannot harm you as long as you deny them entry. They are bound by a set of ancient rules we don't fully understand. But the moment you show kindness, the moment you let your guard down and invite them into your personal space, you are no longer safe. The history of these sightings is filled with people who disappeared shortly after reporting an encounter, or those who were found weeks later in a state of catatonic shock. Are they ghosts? Are they something from another world? Or are they the manifestation of our collective nightmares? Whatever the truth is, the danger is real. So, the next time you hear a soft tapping on your window or a polite request from a stranger in the dark, look closely. If you see nothing but blackness where the eyes should be, run. Don't look back and don't listen to their pleas. Have you ever had a strange knock at your door that you couldn't explain? Or felt a presence watching you from the shadows? Tell me your stories in the comments if you've ever encountered something you couldn't explain. If you enjoyed this dive into the darkness, make sure to like and follow for more true horror and urban legends that will keep you up at night. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and remember, never ever trust a child with black eyes.